I'd like to take note of, Mr Deputy President, I'd like to take note of an answer given by the Minister for Regional Transport and Roads, specifically about the reopening of the Western Rail freight line. I must admit that even as an adult, I still get a thrill seeing trains move around our regional rail network. I remember clearly racing the XPT along March Road on our way home when I was a kid and hearing the train in the distance around Mayen Creek and counting the wagons as they passed on their way between the west of New South Wales and Sydney. I still enjoy the rhythm of the sounds and the sight of the carriages moving along the side of the road, and now get to share this joy with my kids. I also now enjoy not just the sight and sounds, but also the knowledge that these trains are carrying important cargo, be they visitors or residents of regional New South Wales, or in the case of the Western Freight Line, valuable goods to and from Sydney. Fresh out of college, I worked at Fletcher International Exports in Dubbo, a sheep and lamb meat processor and exporter. A big part of my role was organising logistics, getting containers from Dubbo around to the rest of the world. A key link in this exporting chain was obviously the rail link between Dubbo and the ports. Without this link, things stopped. Export stopped, trade stopped, and our supply of meat to those who wanted it stopped. Reliable and efficient train links are critical to Fletcher's, they're critical to Dubbo, and they're critical to regional New South Wales. They take our produce from the west to the rest of the world, produce like our grains and meat, to feed the masses, high quality products of which our state should always be proud. Coming the other way, of course, we have the XBT and the Explorer, bringing regional people home and bringing visitors out to see and enjoy the regions. And we've missed that service while it has been down. I'm informed Fletchers themselves had 126 containers backed up on refrigeration on site in Dubbo, but now with the rail line fixed, they're on their way to port to access the rest of the world. So for this, Mr Deputy President, we must thank Transport for New South Wales and more specifically our freight workers. They are the unsung heroes here who have done an amazing job getting this rail line up and running again in very trying conditions. These workers and their colleagues deserve much praise for the work they do here and every day, keeping our freight and our passengers moving around the state, particularly supporting the greatest part of the state, that is Western New South Wales.
Thank you. Is a member